The Sword Coast is full of famous cities and kingdoms, Waterdeep, Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate. But between all of those lies one of the most forgotten places in the realms. A barren wilderness of cracked earth, storms, and ancient stone. A place that used to be an elven kingdom of breathtaking beauty. This is the High Moor. A scar left behind by a magical disaster so powerful that it reshaped the land and erased a civilization. And for Dungeon Masters, it's one of the best untapped adventure locations on the continent. The High Moor is a massive stretch of desolate land southeast of Waterdeep. Travelers who pass through it describe endless broken hills, patches of swamp, ruined towers, and storms that seem to come from nowhere. Most locals avoid it. Caravans skirt around it, and even seasoned adventurers usually have no idea what lies buried beneath its surface. But the High Moor wasn't always like this. In fact, it used to be one of the most vibrant and magical regions of the ancient Sword Coast. Thousands of years ago, the High Moor was the heart of an elven realm called Mayrithar. Mayrithar was home to green elves and dark-haired moon elves, artists, druids, and fey-touched spellcasters. They lived in harmony with forests, crystal rivers, and vast groves connected directly to the Feywild. Unlike their cousins in Netheril or Illafarn, the elves of Mayrithar didn't build giant cities or floating towers. Their magic was nature-woven, subtle, powerful, and deeply tied to the land itself. Stories say their forests glowed at night with living starlight. Their druids shaped trees like sculpture, and their rangers roamed from the misty forest all the way to the Delimbir River. It was a place of beauty and peace until the Dark Disaster. The Dark Disaster is one of the most mysterious and catastrophic magical events in the Forgotten Realms. Around 10,000 DR, tensions were rising between the magical elites of the neighboring elf kingdom of Erevandar and the more nature-oriented Mayritharans. Erevandar wanted control. Mayrithar wanted independence. The conflict escalated into magical warfare. And then something unthinkable happened. Witnesses described a massive black storm rolling across Mayrithar. Lightning of shadow, winds of pitch black smoke, screaming winds that carried whispers that drove people mad. The storm lasted months. When it finally faded, Mayrithar was gone. Not conquered, not occupied, just annihilated. Forests turned to mud and ash. Rivers vanished, mountains cracked. The beautiful elven realm was replaced by the blasted wasteland we now call the High Moor. The exact cause of the Dark Disaster is still debated. Some blame Erevandar, others think it was an experimental spell gone wrong. A few scholars say it was a curse from the Feywild itself. But whatever the truth, it left the realms permanently scarred. Even today, the High Moor is filled with remnants of Mayrithar and the magic of the Dark Disaster. Buried beneath the surface are entire root-choked ruins of elven cities, buried roads and broken towers. Crumbling druid circles still faintly glowing with residual magic. Creatures warped by ancient spell energy roam the land. Things that feel fey but also are twisted. Strange storms still appear, infused with shadow and arcane static. Some rumors tell of an entire Mayritan city still intact deep below the ground, sealed off just before the disaster struck. Survivors frozen in time, waiting for release. Others say the Feywild overlaps here more than anywhere else on the Sword Coast, and that the spirits of Mayrithar linger, angry and unfulfilled. The High Moor is one of the most overlooked places on the Sword Coast, but it's also a place where history, mystery, and magic collide. For new DMs, it's the perfect sandbox, full of ancient secrets and new threats. For veteran players, it's a region they probably never actually explored. And for storytellers, it's a reminder that even the most desolate places in the realms were once filled with life, beauty, and wonder.